Today, we're exploring the dynamic tool of data organization, the sort and sort by functions. Understanding these functions can transform the way you manage and interact with data. In this video, we will help you understand these functions and we'll explain the difference between them. And we're starting right now. All right, so let's start with the sort function. So first, we're going to have a simple example for using the sort function. So we have a list of names, and let's say that we need to sort this list in an ascending order. So if you write equals sort, and then we'll give the sort function the array that we need to sort, which is going to be our list of names. And as you can see here, the rest of the arguments are optional. So we can just close the brackets and press enter, and this will sort our list in an ascending order. However, let's say that we need to sort that list in a descending order. So we can provide the second input here, which is the sort index. In this case, the sort index is simply the index number of the column, and in this case we have only one column. So we can either provide one or we can skip that because we have only one column in our array, and we can provide the third input here, which is the sort order. In this case, we can provide descending if we need to sort our list in a descending order. And then for the fourth input, we're going to explain that later. So for now, we're just going to close the brackets and press enter, and this will sort our list in a descending order. All right, so let's take our game a notch higher and try sorting this table by the sales in a descending order. So in this case, we can use the sort function, and we'll give it our table as the array. And you can see here that we provided the table including the table headers, and the sort function is going to be smart enough to know that these are the table headers and not sort them. And then for the sort index, it's going to be the column number that we're going to sort our table by, which in this case is the sales column, which is column number 2. So we're going to put 2 here. And then for the sort order, since we need to sort in a descending order, we'll choose descending, which is -1, and we'll close the brackets and press enter. And as you can see here, we managed to sort our table by the sales in a descending order. All right, so what if we need to sort by multiple columns? So let's say we have this data set here and we need to sort it by the sales amount in a descending order and then by the sales rep in an ascending order. And this is equivalent to going to the data tab on the ribbon and then clicking on sort here, and then we would have 2 levels of sorting where we would sort by the sales amount largest to smallest or in a descending order, and then we would sort by the sales rep A to Z. All right, so how can we do that using the sort function? So write equals sort, and then we'll give it the array, and we can do that including the table headers, as you can see. And then for the sort index, we're going to give it an array. So for the sort index, we need to sort first by the sales amount and then by the sales rep. So we'll give it an array, and to give it an array, we'll open some curly brackets, and then we'll put the first column that we need to sort by first, which is the sales amount column, which is column number 4, and then we'll give it the sales rep because this is the second column that we need to sort by, which is column number 2. And then we'll close our curly brackets, and then for the sort order, we're going to give it the order of the sorting in the same order. So in this case, we need to sort by the sales amount in a descending order, so give it -1, and then we need to sort by the sales rep in an ascending order, so we'll give it 1. And then we'll close our curly brackets for the sort order, and we'll be explaining the by call input later on. So we'll close our brackets for now, and we'll press enter. And as you can see here, we managed to get our table sorted by the sales amount in a descending order, and then by the sales rep in an ascending order. And notice here we have the dates having their serial number values, and they don't have the number formatting of dates, but this is easily fixable. So we can just highlight them and then go to the home tab on the ribbon here and choose short date, and we'll have our dates formatted correctly. All right, so now we're going to have a case to illustrate the use of the by call argument on the sort function. So we would use it in case we have the data laid out like this, where we have the headers be row headers instead of column headers. So let's say we need to sort this data by the sales amount in a descending order. So we can use the sort function, and we're going to select our data as the array here. And then for the sort index, since we need to sort the data by the sales amount, then it's in row number 4 in this case. So we're going to input 4 here. And then for the sort order, we need to sort in a descending order, so we're going to input -1. And then in the by call input, we need to select true, which is to sort by column in this case, because the default value is false, which is sorting by row, which is sorting tables when the headers are column headers and not row headers. But in this case, since they are row headers, we need to select sort by column or select true and close the brackets here and press enter. And as you can see here, we get our data sorted by the sales amount. All right, so now let's speak about the sort by function. So the sort by function is used to sort an array by another array. So for example, let's say that we need to sort this data here by the sales amount in a descending order. So in this case, we can use the sort by function, so equals sort by, and this is going to be our array, and then we're going to sort it by another array, which in this case is going to be our sales array here. And then for the sort order, it's going to be in a descending order. So we're just going to sort by one column here, and we're going to close the brackets and press enter. And as you can see here, we managed to sort our data by the sales amount in a descending order. All right, so let's take another example where we sort by multiple columns. And in case of the sort by function, if you need to sort by multiple columns, then you don't need to supply an array having the different columns, but instead you just keep on supplying the columns that you need to sort by. So in this case, the array is going to be our data, and then the by array 1. So this is the first array that we need to sort by, and in this case it's going to be the sales amount, and we're going to sort by the sales amount in a descending order. So we're going to supply by -1, and then we want to also sort by the sales rep. So we'll supply the sales rep array, and we need to sort by that in an ascending order. So in this case, we're going to supply 1, and we're going to close the brackets and press enter. And as you can see here, we managed to sort by the sales amount in a descending order, and then by the sales rep in an ascending order. All right, so since we've solved the problems in example 1 and example 2 using both the sort and the sort by function, you might be wondering about what the main difference is between the sort and the sort by function. Well, this is going to be crystal clear for you in example number 3, where we sort by a non-adjacent column. And this illustrates the main difference between the sort and the sort by function, because the sort by function does not need the column that you're sorting by to be part of your array that you supply as the first input. So for example, let's say we have these sales reps. We can sort them by their sales amounts in a descending order. And as you can see here, the sales is in a different column, and we're not going to supply it as part of the array. And this is where the beauty of the sort by function lies here. So we're going to use the sort by function, and the array will be our sales reps. As you can see here, it doesn't contain the sales values. And then for the by array 1, we can supply the sales values here, and for the sort order it's going to be -1 here because we want to sort them in a descending order by the sales amount, and we're going to close the brackets and press enter. And as you can see here, we managed to sort the sales reps by the sales amounts in a descending order. So you can see here that Charlie is the first sales rep since he has the highest sales amount of 4,913, and then Finn is the second highest with 4,892, and so on and so forth. And the result only included the sales reps. It did not include the sales amounts. So the sort by function allows you to sort an array by another array, and you don't have to have the array that you're sorting by as part of your result. So this is the beauty of the sort by function, and the main difference between the sort by function and the sort function. Because in the sort function, you must have the array that you're sorting by, or the column that you're sorting by, be part of the array that you supply as the first input. All right, so let's have a cool application here for the sort by function. So let's say that we need to assign these people here in this list of names to 5 different teams, and we need to do that randomly. So in this case, we can first produce some random numbers here using the rand function or the rand array function. So we can have these random numbers here beside each name, as you can see here. So I'll just use the rand function and create some random numbers, and this is what will help us to assign these people randomly. And then we're going to use the sort by function, so equals sort by, and the array that we need to sort is the list of names, as you can see here, and then by array, so we're going to sort the list of names by these random numbers that we produced. And then for the sort order, we don't need to give a sort order. It's going to be in an ascending order, and since the sorting is random, so it doesn't matter anyways. So we're going to close our brackets here and press enter. So if we do that only, you can see here that we get a random sorting, as you can see here. And if we press F9 on our keyboard, this will recalculate the rand function, and we will have a random order each time we press F9, or each time our workbook recalculates. So in order to have these people assigned to the different teams and have them get spread over the different teams, we can use the wrap rows function. So the wrap rows function is going to allow us to have a certain number of people in each row. So if we put a comma here and go to the wrap count input, in this input we're going to tell Excel how many people we need to have in each row. So in this case, we need to have 5 people in each row since we have 5 teams. So we're going to give it 5 here, and the pad width input is what you get in case you have an error, but in this case we're not going to have an error since we have 20 people and they are going to be divided exactly over 5 teams, so we're not going to have any remainder. So we're going to close the brackets here and press enter, and as you can see here, we get our people distributed over the 5 teams, as you can see here. And this can be completely random. If you press F9 again, the distribution can just keep on changing randomly until you copy and paste the values here, and this is where you would have your final team distribution. We could also use the wrap calls function instead of the wrap rows function. So in this case, if we use the wrap calls function, we're gonna tell Excel that we need 4 people to be present in each column when we distribute or spread these names over these columns here. So we're gonna input 4 here in this case if we use the wrap calls function, and if we press enter, we also get the same result, which is the names being randomly distributed over the teams. The sort by function can also be useful in case you need to randomly assign different items to a list, like awarding people different prizes randomly or assigning people different tasks randomly. We have previously created a video to show how to do that using the sort by function, and we've also shown a solution compatible with the older versions of Excel in case you don't have the sort by function, since it's only available in Excel 365 and Excel 2021 at the time of publishing this video. I will leave you the link to the video that we created previously down below in the description. Alright guys, so this concludes our video today. So if you found the video helpful, please make sure to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified with all future videos. And please make sure to follow us on social media. You'll find the links down below in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.